And while January 2020 marks the 75th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp operated by Nazi Germany during the Second World War, becoming one of the largest killing ground of the Holocaust. WION brings to you rare and never seen before pictures of the concentration camp where Hitler's Nazi regime killed over 1 million Jews.
To mark the 75th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp, leaders and dignitaries from 40 countries, including Russian President Vladimir Putin, French President Emmanuel Macron, and Britain's Prince Charles, are set to travel to Jerusalem on January 23rd to mark 75 years since prisoners were freed from the Nazi extermination camp. The gathering seeks not only to remember the Holocaust and the killing of more than 1 million Jews at Auschwitz during World War II, but to unite leaders in the fight against anti-Semitism. European Jewish Congress and Russian businessman Moshe Kantor, who organized the upcoming event in Jerusalem marking the liberation of the Auschwitz-Birkenau death camp, says recalling the horrors of the death camp in then Nazi-occupied Poland is vital to avoid further atrocities.
The decision they made to come here on this very day, in spite of their very overloaded agenda, and to commemorate 75th anniversary of Auschwitz and speak about fighting the anti-Semitism, demonstrating us their strong will to speak about moral values. Our expectations were not so strong as realization, because we never expected such a strong and positive feedback from so big number of leaders.
Auschwitz is remembered as the most deadly site of the Holocaust. History suggests that there was no other place in Nazi-controlled Europe in which more Jews were murdered during the Second World War. Around 1 million Jews are believed to have been killed in the Auschwitz camp alone. Located in southern Poland, Auschwitz initially was not set up as a Holocaust death camp, but served as a detention center for political prisoners. It was set up in spring and summer 1940 as the first camp in Nazi-occupied Poland to crush the Polish resistance. For the first phase of the camp, until autumn 1941, the vast majority of inmates and the vast majority of dead in Auschwitz were Polish political prisoners. In 1942, Auschwitz was transformed into a Holocaust death camp with mass deportations of Jews from across Europe, the great majority of whom were sent straight to their deaths in the gas chambers of the camps. Some prisoners were also subjected to barbaric medical experiments. In January 1945, with the Soviet army approaching, Nazi officials ordered the camp abandoned and sent an estimated 60,000 prisoners on a forced march to other locations. When the Soviets entered Auschwitz, they found thousands of emaciated detainees and piles of corpses left behind. Soviet troops entered the camp on 27 January 1945, a day commemorated since 2005 as International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Hence, Auschwitz holds an absolutely central place in the commemoration of the Holocaust. Bureau Report WION. World is One.